Good morning, this is Alamon, and welcome back to Take on Mars. We're going to do a rover mission today, so we need the environmental analysis, whatever, and the environmental monitoring station. We're going to edit whatever this rover is a bit, though, because I want to make sure that we have a nice camera to look out of, because it gets pretty irritating pretty fast just looking out of grainy black and white cameras. So we want terrain, imager, wide angle on the front. I guess it's fine if we keep a crappy camera on the back. Don't really care about that. Whoa! That was a little crazy. We want... Ideally, I think a thermal generator would be great. So that makes this fairly expensive, but it does mean that as long as we don't break the wheels off, or as long as we don't get caught in terrible weather, this will last pretty much forever. Because it's a radiothermal generator, just like you get in Kerbal Space Program. It just gives lots and lots and lots of power over a long period of time. You also have solar panels available, but they don't get power as reliably. Everything else, I think, should be fine. So this requirement panel tells us everything we need for the mission. Yeah. Let's quickly check... Yeah, so it has 3 basic batteries. We don't need to do chemical batteries. I mean, we could, just as an extra backup. Alright, let's launch this. And we're going to hope that we land somewhere close to our landing site. So there's some dunes, but it doesn't look that threatening. There aren't any big rock outcroppings, so even if we land a little bit off target, I think our rover should be fine. Alright, see you on the ground. I think this is the first rover mission we've done in this Let's Play. I've certainly done plenty on my own, so I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Anyway, though, that kind of airbag system is what the Spirit and Opportunity rovers used, and I think also... I suddenly can't remember the name of the most recent rover mission that's going on right now. Spirit, Opportunity, what's the last one? I don't know. Well, it looks like just by luck, oh no, okay, so we get to see some cool stuff there. I was going to say, just by dumb luck, our rover just ended up on the ground with everything unfolding around it, but that's fine. Okay, so let's see, we have a few things here. Here's our 6-wheel drive. It says mast system. Do we actually have a mast? I don't see anything moving when I push those keys. There is some pretty bad weather here, actually. So let's, oh my gosh. Okay, I was afraid we're gonna snap our wheels off. Getting straight off the, Wow, this is terrible weather. I don't feel like it's safe to be using this rover in this weather. Let's see, let's go to our nav tab, turn on filter by mission. So it looks like we are about half a kilometer away from our intended landing site, which is over there. So I don't know how to see, like, what the weather is. Tell you what, for the moment, let's... Oh, this is moving us. Let's turn away from the wind. There we go. We're going to disconnect and let some time pass. So that was Light Crater. So what is the time of day? Tons of time. Alright, let's go forward like 4 hours and hope that our rover has not exploded or something in the meantime. Oh, actually, you know what? We're much closer to this other mission, so let's actually unassign, if I can do that, that mission. That's just dumb luck that we landed so much closer to this mission, so let's instead assign it to this. We'll do that one first, and then we'll double back to the other place. And I guess pick up any other missions we can do. Let's deactivate that probe just to clean things up a little bit. So can I see anything about weather? There has to be a way, I imagine. Well, let's just connect the vehicle and hope that things have cleared up a little bit. Nope. If anything, it looks even worse. It doesn't look like anything's been damaged, though. Well, you know, I just don't want to drive in that weather. We can certainly come back to that mission later, but, you know, sorry for the anticlimax there. I mean, I guess I could just, not 1 year, could go forward like 3 days, and we'll see if the weather has cleared up by now, because 4 hours clearly was not enough. This does have a radiothermal generator, so I'm not worried about the power. Here we go. Beautiful. And this is our better camera. Oh wait, that's right, we're going the other direction now for this other mission. Thing with rover missions is you do need to have a lot of patience. You can type in commands for your rovers. So if I look at our command list, for example, I can say forward 25 meters and then send that. And the rover will just drive however you want it to drive. Unfortunately, you cannot interrupt a movement order once it's been placed. The rover will just drive that whole distance. We see a little progress bar there, which is cool. The danger is if your rover like bumps into a little rock or something and gets steered off course, it'll just keep going. You cannot interrupt it. It'll plunge straight to its doom if you're in a particularly dangerous situation. So this is only of limited usefulness. I sometimes use it if I'm just kind of monitoring this in the background while I'm kind of doing something else, or I'm on my phone or something like that. But for the most part, it's better just to drive it. And here, now I have manual control again. So this feels pretty steep. I hope that maybe actually I should be going straight up. Let's take a look at what this looks like from outside. So yeah, it's fairly steep, but it doesn't look dangerous. Yeah, this looks much nicer now that it is not being torn apart by a storm. Well, there is our, well, part of our fairing that we landed under. And as I mentioned, the parachutes just always keep that shape. They don't ever deflate, which is kind of distracting. All right, a few stones here. That's not going to hurt us, though. Okay, we seem to be sliding a little. Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, we don't want to snap off our wheels. It is possible to keep going if you lose, well, the most wheels that I've lost and still had a semi-functional rover that could complete another chunk of its mission was I lost 4 wheels once. That was horrible. It was so slow. It was so hard to maneuver. I mostly kept using it just because I wanted to see if I could. I just wanted to kind of prove that to myself. But it was pretty horrible. Let's turn off the filter by mission thing just to see if there's anything really close by. It doesn't look like it. Well, there is one thing that's 180 something meters away, but our main mission is also 180 something meters away. So there's nothing like in between us that would give us another couple $1,000 or whatever. Okay, at this point, I think it's time for me to shut up and just let you enjoy some time-accelerated Mars footage. Hello again. Alright, we finished the exploration contract. We're still moving somehow? Wait. Okay, we just slid a little bit. Not too bad. So, let's see. We have some pictures to take. It's not in focus, but it's still counted. Huh, is that the only thing? Just one EMS? That doesn't seem right. Really? But what about the EAS? Because we needed that for this mission as well. I'm not missing anything, am I? I don't believe I am. That seems like pathetically few targets. One picture and one EMS reading. But yeah, that is, well, you were at 4 times acceleration there, thanks to the magic of video editing. But this is the slow pace at which this plays. At least in this era. Once you get larger rovers, things do tend to pick up a bit more, and then of course there is the new human exploration type stuff that they've added to the game that I've never done. I don't particularly plan to do that in the near future either. I'm not sure if that's included as part of the campaign or not. If it is, I guess that would be interesting, but I think that their focus is mostly on like multiplayer and stuff, which is totally changing what this game is. Ah, okay, so it's going to take us to our targets one at a time. So there's where we do the EAS, down over there. Trying to get a better look at this terrain. So we have some exposed lighter material here. Maybe scoured out by the wind. Of course, we have lots of dunes, which also points to the large effect that wind has. Some of those rocks are reflecting kind of interestingly, but I can't quite get a good camera angle on them. If you take a look at the bottom right of the screen, we can see our power level is still about 2/3 full, and we're only draining our battery at a rate of about 23.9 watt-hours, I guess. It goes up higher when we're turning, because it engages more motors. But if we just sit still for a moment, we regain our battery power quite quickly, which is why the RTG is so useful. Here we go. So I'm seeing EMS. I wonder why it's taking us to these just one at a time. Oh, now it's actually saying there's a photo part to the mission. A new photo part, okay. Aha. Well, it's still not in focus. I can't actually pivot this camera up or down or make it focus. But that's just all aesthetic. You can still take the photo and complete the mission, even if it's completely out of focus. There's our back camera, still the crappy black and white kind. So this is an improvement. It's not quite the same quality as we get with sort of the game world third-person view camera. I guess I can show you what the wheels look like on these rocks. I don't think that they look threatening enough to actually break our wheels. Although that is a concern. It's always a concern. You never want to lose a wheel. But I think this should work just fine. Here we go. Whoa, okay. Maybe I've made a terrible mistake. Let's just back up. That rock may have been a little bigger than what I should have gone for. There's a smaller one up ahead. But it is pretty cool how the wheel axles articulate. Axle is probably the wrong word, actually. But the wheel assembly. Here we go. Alright, almost there with our environmental monitoring station. For that one, we just sit still for a couple seconds and it completes the mission. I see that the music has disappeared. Any new photos? Yes. Whoa, far away. So where do we have to do the EAS here? Way up here? That's so far away from where the photo is. Well, I'm sure it'll all work out somehow. And this is... it doesn't actually tell us how many meters away. This will tell us 26 meters away. That's not bad. But where was that other... yeah. Well, maybe once we're up there, we'll be able to take the photo. I think that that's probably the intended idea. You go up here, and while you're running your EAS, you take that photo backward. This is a cool area. It's not really what we typically think of when we think of how Mars looks. Alright, let's switch to our instrument. We're going to get inside of this mission area. We're going to start the EAS. And then while it's working, we will pivot and take the picture. It's saying too far away. Well, I guess I'll have to drive forward then, but I can't do that while we're still capturing. As soon as it says analyzing, I'm free to move, though. Capturing, analyzing. Let's hope we can get this picture quickly. Maybe I should have brought a telephoto lens and stuck it on the back so that I could, you know, pivot and take telephoto pictures when necessary. Okay, that's not working yet. No, wait, that's not what I wanted. Camera. So I'm supposed to go over there for our next thing, but I haven't taken a picture over here yet. Maybe I just forgot to take a picture at an earlier stage of the mission. We are not that far away from this, though. I don't know why it's not letting us take the picture. Unless far means something different from what I think it means. It would be nice if the rovers had a mechanism to keep them driving straight. I'm just holding the W key most of the time, and this is what's happening. So then I tap the A key to pull us back to the left. This is like 10 meters away now, and it's still not... Actually, I don't quite understand. This is like stuff that's... Oh! Okay, I don't know why it let me take the picture right then, but that worked out. So the next picture is over this ridge, obviously. Alright, well, which direction are we actually traveling? Let me look at our nav map. We're traveling west, which is unfortunate because our next destination is going to be to the east. Well, I think it's time to go back into time acceleration. Okay, we should be able to take the picture right as we come over this ridge. I did get a weather warning, but I'm not too worried. Things seem fine right now. Ugh. That's more or less in focus. Notification. Major tasks are complete. Let's go to the missions thing and say assign nearest mission, and then we'll see... Yeah, that's the better part of a kilometer away. Wait, where did... There it is. Oh boy. Uh-oh. This is in the middle of a really long drive sequence, and it's gone quite off course. It looks like we might somehow manage to squeak this out. Like I said earlier, I cannot interrupt this drive sequence. We're going to hit this rock for sure. It might be the end of this rover. I mean, not this rock, but, oh boy. Well, we'll just have to see what happens, but I think it's going to get hung up on this rock. Which actually might be a blessing if it does get hung up. Because then I can wait out the rest of the drive sequence and then back off of this. Alright, nothing has broken. Nothing has broken. But you can see the path. I gave it the command and it has made a about 45-degree turn. So I assume, yes, okay, so the command is still ticking down. It's not going by literal distance, but just by how much the wheels have spun, I guess. Oh boy. It might just be beached up here. Almost all the wheels are just completely off the ground by now. Oh no! Well, made it through that somehow. Wow, and it's actually headed more or less toward the mission location. I know I said I was going to end the episode there, and we will end after this. Okay. Oh, dokie 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 dokie. Yeah, there's this. You can set, like, waypoint type things, but there doesn't seem to be a command to just drive toward it. Unless I just haven't figured this out yet. Yeah, no. Okay. Bye-bye.